Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into
Parking
it.
Assistant will be a useful addition for any car, regardless of the brand, model or driving experience of its owner. Consider how to install the Parktronic. For clarity, the material is supplemented with a video. Work of parking sensors. The work of sensors, called parking radar, is based on the use of sound waves. That is why such sensors are more correctly called sonars, not radars. To measure distance, the sensors send ultrasonic waves that bounce off an obstacle, returning to the sensors. Since the speed of the waves is a constant value, the time measurement allows you to calculate the distance to an object. The closer the sensors are to the obstacle, the more frequent the signal sent becomes. At a significant proximity, usually 10 to 40 centimeters, depending on the setting, the signal becomes constant. This is the principle of operation of the Parktronic. The car driver is informed by means of color visualization, which is transmitted to the screen. In addition, an audible signal is emitted. Some models display the distance to the object. Completion. To install parking sensors in the car, you need to purchase a standard kit. This can be a standard system which was not selected by the owner when buying in the car dealership, or a universal set. The unified device will include the following components: Parktronic control unit. A set of sensors, which usually consists of 4 pieces. The outputs of the sensors will automatically be equipped with connectors of the MOM type. Display or buzzer with appropriate connectors for connection. Wires for power connection. Accordingly, the output, mass, which often comes with a terminal, under the bolt, and plus. The kit should have a special rivet which will allow you to connect the plus wire without twists and duct tape. To connect the power supply, you need to put the 2 wires in the grooves of the rivet, snap the plastic casing. After that, use pliers to squeeze the metal plate which, selling the insulation, will connect the wires. If necessary, such a convenient device can be purchased. Instructions. Of course, the equipment will depend on the specific model of the Parktronic. A self-respecting manufacturer will necessarily complete the system with a special cutter for drilling holes in the bumper of the car. If you plan to install a Parktronic, so as not to rip the bumper of the car about curbs, do not install sensors too high. But it is also not worth putting it low, as the sensor can react to the road bed. Also, many manufacturers recommend putting the sensors at an angle of 90° relative to the roadway. Be sure not to mix up the serial numbers when connecting the sensors to the power supply. Otherwise, the display on the screen of the side of the obstacle to which the car is approaching will be incorrect. Installing the front Parktronic, you just need to find a wire in the mounting block, which will be energized when the ignition is turned on. This can be determined by using a special checker. Since the system will always be switched on, in wintertime, when snow and a dense layer of mud sticking to it, a false signal about approaching an obstacle can be given. This will cause considerable inconvenience. We suggest to familiarize with the video of the installation process. Intermittent power supply. How non-permanent power supply occurs. Power supply from the brake pedal. The brake switch is also only energized when the ignition is switched on. However, the system will only activate when the brake pedal is depressed. Since the limit switches react even to the slightest touch of the pedal, the front Parktronic can be activated by lightly touching the brakes. The method of connection will be the same. All you need to do is to find the plus wire that will come from the limit switch. From engaging the first speed. A rather unconventional method, the essence of which is to install a button in the place where the extreme position of the gearbox knob is located when the first speed is engaged. You will have to build a bracket, calculating the position of the lever. In order not to have to constantly keep the lever pressed against the button, the system should be equipped with a time relay. After pressing the button once, the sensors will be powered for the program period. You can build such a relay with your own hands. Output to a separate button, pressing which will provoke the power supply to the sensors. Plus, in this case, you can take from any convenient source, which has voltage after turning on the ignition. The button can also be installed in any convenient place. How to install a rear Parktronic? The installation process for the aft part of the car will be considered in more detail. In order to put it with your own hands, you will need screwdriver, a cutter, crown, of suitable diameter, if such is not complete with the purchased set of sensors, a little sandpaper, to remove burrs after drilling the rear bumper, wire for pulling wires in hard-to-reach places, clamps or duct tape to fix the harnesses, degreaser to strengthen the adhesion of the place to which the parking control unit will be attached, painter's tape. With its help it is more convenient to mark the installation points. But the main reason for its use is additional protection of paintwork on the contour of drilling with a crown, thermo glue and a gun for sealing the place of transition of wires to the car body. The process of installation of the Parktronic. How to install the Parktronic? Apply painter's tape and mark the points of drilling holes. Fasten the wires with tape, or better, put them in a special corrugation. Bring them to the technological hole in the car body. Usually there is a rubber plug, which can be drilled. The place around the wires can be sealed with hot melt glue. Pull the wires from the aft part to the place where the display is supposed to be installed. Most drivers mount it on the rearview mirror or on the dashboard. Connect the connectors to the control box. Don't forget the order in which the sensors are installed. For greater clarity, we attach a video of installation with your own hands. Install the Parktronic. How to install the Parktronic? In conclusion, installing the Parktronic system on your own can be a rewarding and cost-effective project. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can enhance your vehicle's safety and convenience without the need for professional help. Remember to take your time, double-check your connections, and test the system thoroughly before hitting the road. With a little patience and attention to detail, you'll enjoy the benefits of this advanced parking assistance technology. Thank you for watching, and happy driving!